Cellulite. It makes a lot of us avoid wearing those cute short shorts, those sundresses and swimsuits, and so many of us have tried different treatments that have had mixed results at best. Here's the good news. Dr. Bill Johnson of Innovations Medical is here with a systematic, stepwise approach to cellulite. How are you, Dr. Johnson? We're talking cellulite today,
well, we're talking about getting rid of cellulite.
Even better. I like that. There's new hope. What do you have with you today?
Well, there's lots of people that have cellulite, and what we've come to find out is that there's no treatment that works for everyone, and no one responds to every treatment. So what we've done is look at the research and put together a program that we call our Cellulite Assessment and Treatment System, or C.A.T.S for short.
Okay.
And that allows us to take a stepwise approach to get rid of the cellulite with the least cost and the most effect.
Okay, all of this sounds like good news. So where do we start with C.A.T.S?
Well, let's start by, we look at your cellulite, and when we look at cellulite, most people have the little dimples. This is what we really associate, the little oval or round shaped dimples. And when we see this, we start most patients with a technology known as smooth shapes. Smooth shapes has several studies that show, and this is a before and after on smooth shapes, and you can see how much better this area is after, this is after 6 treatments. We normally recommend 8.
Okay, that's a pretty drastic treatment.
It's a really impressive improvement, and the issue on it is smart shapes, smooth shapes has very low cost. It's about $200 a treatment, and doesn't take but about 15 minutes. Studies show that it works about a 90% of improvement, and 80 to 90% of patients respond. So it's a really good starting place because it works in most patients, it's effective, and it doesn't cost much.
It's lower cost than most of the cellulite treatments that we've been offering and hearing about before, and those have much lower statistics. Okay, so stepwise you mentioned, so what's the next step?
Well, in folks that don't get everything that they want from smooth shapes, we go to another technology that is known as acoustic wave therapy, or AWT. Now, we're the most experienced AWT practice in the country, or one of them.
Is this the same person?
This is before and after, and you can see a really dramatic improvement with AWT. AWT costs a little bit more. Okay. It's a little more time consuming to do.
Okay.
And so that's why we make it our second step. But again, studies show about 80 to 90% of improvement in about 80 to 90% of patients.
Got it.
And so when we combine these two in a stepwise fashion, we can really make a difference for most patients.
Okay, that's really drastic improvement, and I like that you said it's stepwise, so that if you can do the more conservative treatments, the lower cost treatments first, that's the best place to start. If you have to up it, the ante, there's an option for you too.
That's correct.
Okay, what's next?
Well, some people don't have this classic type of cellulite. Some people have a more linear type of cellulite that looks like this with the lines and the wrinkles. These folks we prefer to do with Thermage. And here's a before. This is the same knee that we were looking at before.
Right.
And here's after.
Yeah, I see a huge improvement there. That's just Thermage?
This is just Thermage, and it's a different pattern. So that's where the assessment part of the Cellulite Assessment and Treatment System comes.
Right.
We need to look and see what's the right direction for you to go so that we can put you in the right way to get you the most effect for the least amount of time and cost.
We love that. Okay, you have so many options, really high success rates, different price points. Also, let's also talk about specials, because you always have really good options for GMT
Well,
viewers.
we just finished our 40% off on Thermage, but I was able to work a good deal with Thermage just the last couple of days, and so we still have about a 30% cut. So we're still not where we were before, but we're still taking good price cuts on Thermage.
That. And also, do you ever use Smart Lipo in conjunction with all of these?
We're going to talk about that next time, because this is the first part of the Cellulite Assessment and Treatment System that allows us to take care of about 90–95% of patients, but there are some that have really stubborn cellulite, so we've got some further treatments we'll talk about next time for those women.
This is a real innovation, real advancement, and we love that lower price point. Dr. Bill, thank you so much for being here today. For more information, take advantage of those specials. Log on to this website, innovationsmedical.com, or call the Dallas location, 214-420-7970, over in Fort Worth, 817-744-7901. And if you have a question for Dr. Bill Johnson, drop him an email at questions@innovationsmedical.com. Carrie, over to you.
And ahead on GMT.